Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Aianon Yujits, Jacobs Danu Rice, Waxkanazare, KSS Kadiri Wayesta, Sategu Yuara Niwa Gusiriagu.
Number one, I'm a fan of basketball. I love being around the game. I wanted to introduce it to kids here. Growing up in high school, I had a lot of coaches that meant a lot to me, and I kind of wanted to give back and do the same thing to you guys. My favorite basketball player in memory has to be Vince Carter. I grew up in Toronto when Vince Carter started playing with the Raptors. And like everyone in Toronto, I fell in love with him and the game. It wasn't very popular growing up until Vince Carter got there, and watching him, all his dunks and the popularity really wanted me to get involved in the game. I think one of the big things is it's on TV all the time, it's on Instagram, it's on social media. It's also very easy to play. You just need running shoes, a ball. Fun with hockey, it's expensive with equipment, ice time. Same sort of thing with lacrosse with the equipment. So basketball, very easy to play. A lot of schools have gyms, and it's a lot easier to get involved in.
Ball is life. I know there's that expression, but I think basketball has always meant a lot to me. I think if I could go back in time and just look at all the heroes that I had through basketball, it enlightens me overall within life, because I think what a lot of those athletes had done was inspire me to do a lot of better things. Inspired me to strive harder for things that I want, to be a better person. I mean, when I was growing up, some of those basketball players that I really admired, they got into hot water sometimes within their personal lives, but how they would always persevere is something I always really admired. So it's something I want to take into my life, and moving forward and helping people out, I wanted to make sure that I could instill some of those things in students that I work with as well. It's MJ. It's Michael Jordan. I think he exemplified what a true leader is, what a true athlete is, the determination he had. And I mean, come on, 6 rings, how could you beat that? It's a big challenge here in this community, a really big challenge, because lacrosse and hockey has been the main focus of this community for the longest time. However, when you look at what basketball brings to the community, it's speed, it's endurance, it's a lot of the similar things that lacrosse and hockey do have as well. I think the excitement comes in the form of the dunks and the behind the back passes, the flash that could come from that sport. And I think that's what basketball does, is bring to the table, is it's unique in terms of how it can be a flashy sport. So it's not just the behind the back pass, it's the will that certain students or athletes will have on the court, and the celebrations that come along with scoring, the big 3-pointer, thanks to Steph Curry, 3-pointers are back in the game. Oh, without a doubt. I could tell you, when I was growing up, everybody was just trying to drive the lane. Everybody wanted to have, the shot in and a shot at the line. They wanted the and one. But now I see this huge change, a huge shift in basketball, where everyone wants to hit the big 3-pointer. So I definitely know that social media has played a huge role with shooting getting the big shot, getting the game-winning shot, especially. It's definitely been out there, and I see students really trying to improve on their field goal range. So maybe not half-court shots, but definitely hitting a 3. I see a lot of students trying to give that a good crack at it. Absolutely. I think we have hidden talents. I think a lot of scouts are just going to the mainstream schools. We also have to, as a school, make sure that our training programs, our sports are a priority as well, aside from, I mean, of course, there's academics, but we have to entice scouts to come here. I do know in the past that there might be a specific athlete that might determine a scout to come and check on, because it's word of mouth. That's how scouting happens. They hear of one kid who could blow up the game, and this is why they kind of make that contact with the school, and they want to see that student. It would be really encouraging to have scouts come to the school and see what our boys have been able to do, or our girls have been able to do on the court, because that opens so many roads for our students academically. It's not just about the ball, right? It's a means, it's a catalyst to go on to bigger and better things, you know. And if we have students who could be scouted for those sports, man, I could imagine the places they could go.
The Space Jam, here's your chance.